All right, what's going on, Giants fans? Making a reaction video for the first time in a while. We've been sticking everything to the podcast, but just had to get this one out there. So we knew the Giants had cut Kelvin Benjamin today, and we were going to slate it for the podcast. But then he comes out with this article that by Zach Rosenblatt of NJ.com, and I'll put the link in the description. You should go check it out. Zach does great work. And Kelvin Benjamin just rips into the Giants and Joe Judge specifically. And honestly, it's kind of comical. I almost feel bad laughing at it because there's some of the stuff here he just contradicts himself or gets caught lying the entire time, or the stuff he's not saying is not making any sense. So we'll go into it. I'll read some quotes from Kelvin Benjamin and give my reaction. But first, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you hate me at the end of the video, unsubscribe. But for now, subscribe. All right, so Kelvin Benjamin was cut at the beginning of practice on Wednesday, the first practice of camp. They're coming out, and Joe Judge goes and talks to him. Dave Gettleman joins. They talk. Kelvin Benjamin takes his helmet off, walks off the field, which is pretty brutal to be cut at the beginning of practice. And if there's any criticism of Joe Judge in this, it's like, hey, man, you could have done this before he got dressed and walked out for the practice. But you never know how these meetings were going, with him and Dave or however. But here's some Kelvin Benjamin quotes in the Zach Rosenblatt article for NJ.com. Kelvin Benjamin says, "It was just like they were trying to sabotage me to get me out of there," Benjamin told NJ.com in a phone interview on Wednesday night. He was particularly critical of Judge. Benjamin said, "I just felt like from day one, once I stepped on the field, once I put on the colors, he never liked me," Benjamin said. "He didn't even want me there. I don't want to bash anyone, but I just felt like Joe had it out to get me since I walked in that team building. It never felt right. The guy never even had a conversation with me until the day they signed me." So he was signed on May 17th. This is Joe Judge, and this is from a screenshot from a video from SNY, where he was talking to him for a while. It was like a 45-second clip on May 14th. Now, granted, that's not a long conversation, but it wasn't like Joe Judge was icing Kelvin Benjamin out. He was talking to him, talking about, securing the ball. There was multiple clips of this over that rookie camp tryout. And then they signed him a few days later. So clearly, they're like, all right, we'll give you a shot. And they put some stipulations into giving him a shot, which will come at next. But again, we're already saying, Kelvin Benjamin was acting like Joe Judge is out to get him. Well, I know Dave Gettleman was the guy who drafted him in Carolina, but those guys worked together. So if Joe Judge just never wanted Kelvin Benjamin out there, all he had to tell Dave was like, hey, brought him at the rookie camp, didn't look very good. So, and again, here's him talking to Kelvin Benjamin when Kelvin Benjamin said they never had a conversation. Now here's where it gets just crazily stupid from Kelvin Benjamin's part. Benjamin weighed 265 pounds at the end of minicamp in June. So they probably already talked to him about a weight at the rookie camp, but in the minicamp in June, when the mandatory minicamp, when they could probably tell him, like, hey, you have to be this, it was told by Giants staff that he needed to get down to 251 pounds for training camp. So he was at 265, and he needed to get down to 251 pounds for training camp. A guy who's had weight issues, So a guy who's been out of the league because of weight issues. So, they're going to put something on it. It's probably going to be the main, decider of how the Giants think he's taking this last chance seriously at age 30, switching to a tight end spot. He showed up weighing 268 pounds and said, after putting some muscle on, Benjamin said. And then Judge had told him, we're going to fine you for being 17 pounds overweight. And I was like, Benjamin said, how are you going to do that? So you want me to be a smaller tight end than when I played wide receiver? He had nothing to say. He quieted down. Kelvin, you were extremely overweight for a wide receiver. Nobody wants you to come in at 270 pounds, okay? You're not they didn't bring you in to be a blocking tight end, okay? And as simple as they told you to lose 14 pounds and you gained 3. How delusional can this guy be? On a last chance, they tell him, lose 14 pounds. I'm sure he said, all right. He gained 3. So don't show up to training camp asking, well, why do you want me to do this? It's like, dude, they told you in minicamp to do this, and you just blew it off. You took a month and a half and just said, or 2 months, and said, nope, I'm just not going to do anything. I'm actually going to gain 3 pounds, and then I'm going to be mad that you don't like that. How delusional can you be to take an order on a last chance deal? It was not like this is your second year in Carolina where you're a first round pick, dude. This is your last chance, and they tell you to lose They tell you to lose 14 pounds and you gain 3, and you claim it's muscle. You've had serious weight issues your entire career. We're supposed to believe that you just ignored that to gain muscle. And again, saying like, oh, you want me to play less than what I did at wide receiver for tight end? Well, 1, yes, because you were way overweight, and 2, we're not asking you to be Levine Toilolo. They're going to be a receiving tight end who split in and out. But anyway, he wasn't going to make the team anyways. And it just gets, I almost feel bad for him, honestly. Benjamin also claimed he didn't drop any passes in minicamp and felt like the Giants purposely never highlighted that on social media. What did he want the Giants social media account to do? Be like, hey, by the way, Kelvin Benjamin didn't drop any passes during camp. Have you seen the Giants social media? And for one, they're not watching every Kelvin Benjamin pass to make sure he didn't drop a pass and reporting on that. So they should have tweeted out that every single receiver that didn't drop a pass, like Evan Ingram, I don't think dropped a pass in minicamp, and that's something beat reporters talked about. I think the Giants social media team is going to tweet that out. If they tweeted out that, it'd be the most mocked thing ever. And one, what does that have to do with the Giants coaches and front office? It's a social media team. They're 25 years old. They're full-time employees. They do a good job. But how woe is me, the world is out to get to me, that you're mad that the social media team didn't do that. Just nuts. He came in on a rookie deal, at a rookie camp last chance prove it deal, with 4 very clear tight ends ahead of him on the roster with Evan Ingram, Kyle Rudolph, Caden Smith, and Levine Toilolo, and is mad the social media team isn't posting about him. Just wild stuff. And then he finished it off with I have a perspective on Joe Judge. He's not a coach that can ever win a Super Bowl because he sits there and cusses all day. You can tell he's one side about everything. He's a know-it-all. That's not how it's supposed to work. We can all learn from each other. We're all humans at the end of the day. The true colors will come out. Well, you're right about that, Kelvin. The true colors came out. And what is he going to learn from you? How to just ignore instructions when you're on your last chance? I mean, just how delusional can you be for this? So, as Giants fans, we're going to start making a list because we all believe in Joe Judge and love Joe Judge. If Joe Judge wins the Super Bowl, make a list of people that the Monday after, maybe Tuesday, Monday we'll celebrate, Tuesday, we're going to start going after people. Kelvin Benjamin's on the list. He said he can't win the Super Bowl. Mark Colombo on the list. Mike Silver on the list. Emmanuel Acho on the list. How delusional is like I said, I almost feel bad for him, like making fun of this, but how can you be so delusional that on your last chance, that when they told you to lose 14 pounds, you gained 3 and you're mad at them? Now, granted, I do think Joe Judge shouldn't have cut him at the start, like when they were getting ready to start practice. Like he could have done that the morning before. But you know what? Practice started at 9:30, and I'm sure this was a decision that he talked with his coaches with over the night and then brought it to the front office and Dave Gettleman in the morning. So and maybe didn't want to do it in front of the whole team in the locker room, like pulled them aside. So, anyways. Regardless, Kelvin Benjamin screwed himself, and he's mad. And he's mad at Joe Judge and the Giants. Like, dude, you screwed yourself. And there's even like old tweets of him saying like, there's no such thing as a weigh-in for minicamp. It's only for training camp. And I've always been on at the right weight. Well, you weren't this time, dude. So just crazy delusional. So if you like the video, like, subscribe. We got podcasts, short videos, film breakdowns, all that good stuff. We appreciate you guys. Enjoy training camp, by the way. I'm having fun, man. It's fun to be back and get the juices flowing. Can't wait to see everyone at FanFest. Appreciate you guys. See you on the next one. Let's go Big Blue.